Right, of course, what do you expect? Football is back. I know Manchester United fans were happy there was no stress over the weekend, but it returns when the international break now concludes. We have lots of matches. But first, let's take a look of what happened just before we went for the international break, with the Gunners continuing the good run, winning
3-1 against Burnley.
Manchester United, at the end of the day, got the job done.
Before you go to Manchester United, that match I got a correct score.
Correct score, 3-1. Congratulations, bro.
It's not easy to...
People are saying you're fixing matches. When you are rested, I don't know, I'll do this show with
It's
who.
not...
instinct. You have killer instinct.
Killer instincts. Imagine predicting Burnley to have a goal at the Emirates.
At the Emirates.
And then the game ending 3-1.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And also we had United getting a victory of 1-0 against newly promoted side. That's pathetic, man. Anyway, the biggest match, of course, was Chelsea. Once again, refusing to be beaten by top team. And that's the third match they've played, third or fourth match they've played this season against big team, and they got a point.
Yes.
4-4. Who could have believed that? Because you told me maybe they'll concede 4 plus those 4, at least 8 goals. And of course, Liverpool getting the better of Brentford. They won
3-0.
3-0. I predicted 3-2.
Yep.
Salah to score, but Brentford didn't want to. Now, I don't want to talk much. Pick one match. Tell me something very brief. I don't want to talk. I'm not saying anything. It's you to say.
Well, I'll pick Manchester United versus Luton. And the reason why I'm picking this match is, you mentioned it was a slight win because we played a team that has been promoted. But well, the performance in that match was not that bad for Manchester United.
That's what we've been saying since match day 0.
And listen, and Manchester United in the last 5 games are the most informed team at the moment. They have 12 out of the total 15 points in the last 5 games.
How many goals scored?
That's why I'm talking about that match.
How many goals scored in those matches?
More than 5 goals.
6 matches, you have 5 goals. Okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Points matter more than goals.
You cannot survive by winning ugly. You know that. United have been winning ugly.
Well, Manchester United have a lot of injuries at the moment, and scrapping those wins is helping the team. Coming with a clean sheet from the Luton match is big at Old Trafford. Is big in this season because we have been conceding a lot of goals. Remember right now, Onana, who has been the laughingstock, has 4 clean sheets now, which is good for the team. It will build his confidence. And so there's positives to take in that game. And I'm thinking they're going to do well again this match day, because I have a feeling we're going to play a team which has a lot of problems inside and outside the club. And we will talk about of it when we come to it. How about you?
I said I'm not saying anything, but since you're forcing me, of course.
Yeah, you should say something about you.
I can see you very proud getting a clean sheet at home.
Yeah.
Against Luton.
Yeah.
Luton is a team, when they are Luton team A and B, they don't keep a clean sheet. Yes.
So what did Liverpool do against Luton?
It's not a big deal. It's not
a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. A clean sheet in the EPL, whether it's against whoever, it's a big one.
All right.
You should know.
It starts to roll on Saturday, and we go to Sunday.
You're not talking about any match?
I'm not talking about any match because of obvious reasons.
We talked about the Chelsea and the Tottenham game.
Yes. Yeah, we mentioned that. That's why I tried to kill that.
Okay.
Super Saturday, we have Manchester City taking on Liverpool. And trust you me, I'm going to talk about the results later, what we expect, of course. But I want to hear team news and also head-to-head, the statistics.
Well, this is our feature match, and we have looked at it inside out. And we start with the team news, of course. Robertson for Liverpool is out. Who else? The centre-back. Konate. Konate is also a doubt, but he might feature. And I think those are the only injuries for Liverpool.
I think not major.
Yeah. For Manchester City, we had doubts of Haaland being injured in the international match, but there were confirmations that it was not that serious, so he's back. We also have KDB, who has not
Long-term.
recovered. It's a long-term injury, so it will be too soon. This game comes too soon for him. And who else do we have for Manchester City? I think most of the other players are
You mentioned
fit.
about Ederson?
Oh, Ederson is also a doubt in this game. So I think for Manchester City, this could be key for them in terms of team news. Ederson is very important to their team, and he's a big miss if he's not going to play. Well, those are the team news. How about team form?
Yeah, I want you to focus on how many matches has City lost this season. So is Liverpool?
In terms of the number of matches these two teams have lost, it's not a huge number because we are talking about team number 1 versus team number 2. Yeah. So
City lost to Arsenal and Liverpool
lost to Tottenham. But there are a couple of draws they have gotten, and also City lost to Wolves.
Yeah.
But now, looking at Liverpool's away form, let's start with Liverpool.
Yeah.
You'll see that they have scored in every of their away matches this season. But they haven't been performing well in the last 2 away matches. They drew to Luton 1-1, and they were beaten by Tottenham 2-1. Yeah. However, they won against Wolves, and they also won against
Brentford.
Brentford was at home. And there was another team, it could have been Bournemouth or somewhere. They won. So it tells you how much this match is important for them because their away form has not been so good in the last 2 matches. For Manchester City have won all of their home games in the Premier League this season. And with 2 or more goals.
At least 2 goals scored.
Yeah, it shows that this game is going to maybe have a lot of goals. But before that, we take a look at the head-to-head. And for head-to-head, we have Manchester City winning most of the home games against Liverpool. The last time Liverpool won against Manchester City, Eloquim Mangala was still a Manchester City player, and he actually scored an own goal in that match. Liverpool winning 4-1. So that was in around 20.
Where's Mangala?
I don't know. We have another Mangala in the Premier League. That's the one I know. Okay. The other bald Mangala, I don't know. But if you look at those stats, before we go on to our predictions, it can tell you moments
what you expect.
In terms of form, Manchester City are doing well at home. In terms of scoring, Liverpool have been scoring in every away goal. In terms of team news, Manchester City might miss Alisson. And that's about the form and the team news.
Right, now we can go straight to prediction. And I feel this match is a game whereby they have PC wingers, both teams. They have good attack. The midfield for Liverpool, they don't have a strong midfield when you compare it to City. City have Rodri, very physical player. He's also creative going forward.
He never loses the ball.
Salah knows how to turn and twist defenders who press when you play high press against Liverpool.
When you mentioned turn and twist, I remember that game where he. But we move on.
I thought you were going back to turning and twisting Martinez. Anyway, so Salah knows how to do it, and you said if they do, they have Alisson, who knows how to connect long balls. He's a specialist. So that's something you need to be very, very careful. Diaz is not that pacey when you bring him against somebody who has high speed. That means you're exposing him. But I see these 2 teams dropping points. I think Liverpool will not lose, but they'll not win.
You're going for a draw or something?
I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Well, that's a big call. As, of course, an Arsenal fan, he wants a draw. So
I almost did it Timo Werner way.
But the problem with Arsenal, Manchester City and Liverpool might draw 2-2. And they could also drop balls against Brentford. We know them how they do it. Anyway, that's a good prediction to go by. It's a goals gala for you, and which I think is the same. But I'm going to take 1 goal away from Liverpool because I don't think they're going to score more than once at Etihad. And Manchester City are going to score 2. And that's why I'm going for a 2-1 win for Manchester City in this game. And I feel like it's going to be Haaland versus Salah, of course, as we've said in the start of this discussion. And whoever will play better will be the decider in this game.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm thinking Haaland will have a better game and Man City will win this game 2-1.
All right. Then later on we'll have Newcastle United hosting Chelsea. What's funny?
You know, the reason why I'm laughing is I have tried to get on track with Chelsea, but I can't. Every time I say Chelsea are going to lose, they put up a very good performance, they end up drawing or getting at least a point. So, in this match, I don't know. Maybe you go first before I go.
Right. You can feel the belief Chelsea is coming back, and if you can get a draw against the defending champions, actually treble winners, it gives you more confidence going in upcoming matches. But Chelsea is Chelsea. This is a team which can collapse any minute, and like you said, every time we see they are losing, I give them a draw to 1-1 against Tottenham.
They win 4-1.
Jackson is a hat-trick, right? I said
out of nowhere.
They lose to Manchester City and they get a point with actually scoring 4 goals. And Newcastle is a good test for them, and going away, Newcastle, they don't joke. They're very physical, and when you look at what Chelsea can offer, Chelsea are not that much physical. I think physicality of Chelsea at some point, they lost it by selling some of the good players, the likes of Diego Costa. We have Kant in the midfield, like good players left. John Terry at the back, and right now they have Colwill. You understand? That's how Chelsea have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give another draw for the weekend, a 1-1 draw. Newcastle United 1, Chelsea 1.
Wow, that's a good prediction to go by. But for me, I don't think it's going to end in a draw. And because Chelsea has been confusing me so much, you might need a translator for this one. Newcastle gagnera ce match.
Bro,
listen.
What are you saying?
Newcastle gagnera ce match. A tout bout contre A. Whatever you want to do with that information is none of my business.
So it means you've been studying that language, whatever it is, since the international break. No wonder you've not been updating anything on social media.
Chelsea fans, you gotta tell me what that means in the comment section. But that is it for your game.
Right. Later on at around 8:30 East Africa time, we'll see Brentford hosting the mighty Gunners. One big match, and like you said, Arsenal is a team. Currently, they're not the last season's Arsenal, but still doing well, winning and winning. So I want to hear, what do you think about this match?
Arsenal away from home have been doing well. They have scored a number of goals away from Emirates, and it's a good form to have when you're in the EPL and when you're a title contender. And yeah, for this match, we're not gonna talk much more about it because we expect Arsenal to win this game. And of course, it's not gonna be easy against Brentford because Brentford have always shown a great spirit, especially at home against the big teams.
Yep.
And that's why I'm thinking Arsenal will win, but it will be that kind of a 3-1 win for Arsenal again.
All right. Yes, and I think, like you said, not easy match for Arsenal. Arsenal is a team which can create their own problems or just solve them. What's their good news is Gabriel Jesus is back to the squad, and he could start, so that means it's a huge boost for the Gunners. People have been slamming Ngetia for his recent performance. Kai Havertz, of course, once again doing well during the international break. He was a fullback for the diamond shift. So I think Arsenal are going to win this, and it'll be very close, like something like 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday, Tottenham beaten again, and now they face Aston Villa at home. What's your take on this match?
A cracking match to watch, especially these two managers in the game are very much attacking games, or they are attacking-minded kind of managers. So in the bet slip section, I went for a goal in this match, and the reason is Ange Postecoglou is an attacking manager, so we expect him to score in this match. We expect his team to score in this match. And for Unai, Mr. Good Evening, he's done properly as well. He's racked up a number of wins, and if you check on the table, they are 5th against 6th, right? Or 4th against 5th.
4th against 5th.
Yes, and it's going to be a cracking match to watch because Aston Villa do not want to lose this one. They are away from home, yes, but their form is also good. So in this match, that's where I predict Tottenham are still not going to come back to winning ways. And I feel like Unai is going to run away with 1 point. So 1-1 for this game. How about you?
Right, I think now enough is enough. It's time to tell Tottenham fans, of course, it's time to bounce back and comes at the right time in front of their fans. And yes, Aston Villa will give them a good run for the game, but at the end of the day, Spurs will get the 3 points. I'm going for a 2-1 victory for Spurs.
Do you think they're going to do it without Romero because he's still out?
When you look at Tottenham, how they played against Wolves, I would say they had everything, and I thought this is a game which they were set to win at least 3 or 4 goals.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they scored an early goal, they scored early goal, and they felt now we are in control. We just need to take time, and we score the second, then we can dominate. But unfortunately, Wolves, there is a way they defended well.
Yeah.
In the 90th minute, they equalized and got the winner. So I think they're not going to repeat the same mistakes. So I feel they can go ahead.
They can come back to winning ways.
Yeah.
Well, we wait and see.
Then the last match which we'll have
will feature the biggest team in the world, the Kiburi FC, the Manchester United.
Yes, the biggest team, which every season says we are 6 points off. If Arsenal lose, if Man City draw, and Liverpool go home sick, then we'll go top of the table. Yes, they'll be away to Everton, a team which was docked 10 points by the Premier League.
Yeah, first of all, what do you think about that? Just in a nutshell, what do you think about the Everton situation?
Mistake is mistake, but it's unfair because we're living in the world where if you steal a chicken, you're in for 10 years, but if you steal millions, of course you are published and you're going to talk about you for a long time. So if just one charge, it's taking 10 points.
10 points.
How about 115? I mean, City right now could be playing League 3.
Yep. There are reports that they could also be stripped of their titles.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I won't talk about City being stripped of the titles. I think it will be a silly move. If they wanted to do it, they could have done it last season. Before the season came to conclusion. Right now, for example, if we take away the Champions League from them, just giving an example, if we do something like that, are you going to give Inter Milan?
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you do the same for the Premier League, are you going to give us another title? That's nonsense.
Yeah, I think the best way, or the best punishment possible, get relegated. If you are found guilty, go to the Championship and start from there. But again,
you'll be seeing Haaland scoring 10 goals against Morecambe.
But the problem is you'll not see these big clubs suffering because Premier League understands the kind of revenue they bring to the Premier League in terms of image rights and stuff. So I don't think it's going to happen though.
Yep.
So it's a story that might die down over there. But again, for Tottenham, for Everton, sorry, it wasn't so much fair. But again, now it's a time where they need to play Manchester United. They're at home. And I feel like the players right now might be asking themselves questions about how and why, and if the motivation is still there to still continue. Because you remember last season they were about to be relegated, and they fought all the way, and then now again they are back there fighting for their lives because of the points deduction. So I'm not going to talk about much in this game because the only positive for Manchester United is Luke Shaw is back. And when Luke Shaw is back, it means the defense line for Manchester United keeps improving. And that's why for this game, I'm going to go for the prediction direct. I think Manchester United will win this match, but it will be a very tough win again. So in this case, they are going to win this match 2-1.
A tough match, I'll say. Everton players right now, they are angry and hungry at the same time. Now the question is, how are they going to respond to this? Because right now, we have people who have strong mentality to bounce back, and we have the ones who, when broken, they are fully down and nothing will happen to them. And I feel, yes, United will find this tough. I'm afraid to say, like, United gonna win once again. It's trouble for Everton, and I'm going for the 5th clean sheet for Onana. 2-0.
Yeah, in case he plays, because he also
he's doubtful, but I don't think it's that major.
Yep.
There is a possibility
of him playing.
So
yeah, well,
that's a clean sheet.
Yeah, last time out in our previous discussion, we said we're going to have to compare our correct scores predictions, and our editor will show them right here. So Manchester City versus Liverpool, I had 2-1. You had?
I had 2-0.
You had 2-2.
I had 2-2.
You had 2-2 for Manchester City versus Liverpool.
Okay, you talk about current or the previous one?
No, this one. We are talking about now. We want to compare them, and our editor will show them.
I blame where you come from. You don't know how to express yourself. Okay, it's okay. Let's continue.
Well, Manchester City versus Liverpool, I have 2-1.
2-2.
2-2. And then next was Chelsea versus Newcastle. You had
1-1.
1-1. I had 2-1 Newcastle. And then Liverpool.
Come on.
Arsenal.
Brentford versus Arsenal. You had
3-1 Arsenal.
Yes, and I gave the Gunners 2-1.
2-1. And then Tottenham, right?
Yes.
Playing Aston Villa. I had 1-1.
I said 2-1 to Tottenham.
2-1. And lastly, Manchester United, I had 2-1.
I said 2-0.
Well, you also at home, you're watching, and you want to take part in this. Before we come up with a formal way of you trying to predict these games as well and earn points, now let us know in the comment section what you think about this predictions. So we've come to the end of the EPL preview, match day 13. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.